Hey everyone, Jared Heathman here for All Strong Life and Sports, coming at you here live this morning. It's about 3:30 a.m. Thursday, February the 6th. Sitting here in the parking lot of the gym, getting ready to go in and hit up upper body. This morning we'll be training chest and back with core, and then working our way into finishing up with arms. So I'm feeling good this morning, feeling fresh, feeling ready to go. Got my pre-workout in. I've talked about Jay Cutler's products, the Prevail and the Amplify. The Prevail is like the energy, and intensity formula. The Amplify is just more focused and geared towards the pump. And those two products together just work really, really well. One thing I really like about the products is that you can take 1 scoop of each, or you can take 2 scoops of each. And so within that, you could do like a scoop and a half of one and 2 scoops of the other, or just whatever you want to do, 1 scoop of one and 2 scoops of the other, depending on what you want to get out of it. And I really like that level of customization and control. So I'm waiting on that to kick in, and about to go in here and walk on the treadmill for about 5 minutes, ride the bike for about 5 minutes, get the blood going, and get after it. Want to touch on the world of sports right now. We just had the 50 Super Bowl 54. Kansas City Chiefs came back and won, which was pretty awesome. It was tied 10-10 at halftime. All the makings of a great game, a great Super Bowl. And just about the time you thought it might be over, and San Francisco came back and got that second interception, Kansas City somehow magically pulled the rabbit out of their hat, never quit, never gave up, never surrendered, and came back to win, and did so in a stunning fashion that just shocked everybody and broke a lot of hearts in San Francisco, I tell you that. So definitely want to give a shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs. Old Andy Reid, man, the head coach there. Happy to see him get back to the Super Bowl and pull off a victory. So awesome Super Bowl. It was a lot of fun to watch. I got to hang out with my best friend Leroy over at my dad's house with my son and my fiance and my stepson, and burgers and hot dogs and hanging out with good times. It was a lot of fun. So also in the world of golf, we had the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Really cool golf tournament out in Scottsdale, Arizona. Tony Finau looked to be in control, but when it came down to it, he lost in a playoff to Webb Simpson. So congratulations to Webb Simpson, who played really, really well. And it just goes to show you that, one of the longest hitters on the tour, and Tony Finau, ended up losing in a playoff to one of the shorter hitters on the tour, and Webb Simpson. And I think that sends out a big message that it's not all about distance. Golf is a game of precision. And, we get so enamored and hung up on how far we're hitting the ball. But, if you can get it out there far enough and then be able to control your golf ball really, really well, then you're going to be able to play the game, and you're going to be able to play it pretty well. So I went and played this last weekend on Saturday for the first time this year, and overall I felt like I played really, really well. On the scorecard, I had 3 holes that kind of blew up my score, but overall I felt like I was really successful out there. I drove the ball well. I drove it better than I had been. My ball striking was pretty solid. Short game was a little wobbly here and there as far as distance control, but overall it was pretty solid. I gave myself a lot of opportunities, and then my putting was really, really on that day, and that helped out a lot. So I had a blast. It was a beautiful day, and I learned a lot. I learned that now that I'm not playing as much, my endurance out on the golf course is not as high. You know, by the, I'd say by the 12th and 13th hole, I started to feel it. And by the last 3 holes, I was just hanging by a thread. I couldn't really feel what was going on. I was just trying to hit the ball and really struggled coming down the last 2-3 holes. So, you know, I think that I need to reevaluate my golf swing and what I'm focused on. Try to shorten it up a little bit. Try to be a little smoother through the transition. I've still got some pain in my lower left hip, all the way from the front side of my hip wrapped around to the back side, to my tailbone, down through the glute area. So I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to have to figure it out. I'm going to have to work on it, because it's this week I'm paying the price for going out and playing on Saturday. And so there you go. Little time off, a lot of recovery using the Tim Tam. Try to get it well before I start practicing again. And I'm not due to go play until the first week of March. I need to find out when the Edwin Watts demo day is. And, you know, in the meantime, like I said, got to kind of reevaluate some things and find a way to be able to play where I'm not putting myself at risk. Also where I can mentally and physically make it through the whole round without getting tired. And those will be things I think on and look at later once I'm 100%. So yeah, Super Bowl, waste management coming up this month. This week we've got the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am, one of my favorite tournaments of the entire season, because Pebble Beach is such an amazing golf course. So that'll be fun to watch. I'm not sure who all's teeing it up there, but it'll probably be the who's who of the PGA Tour. Round 1 today, so we'll see. And, you know, now the basketball world is heating up. It's February, so we're working our way towards March Madness. A lot of good college basketball games on right now. And then in the world of bodybuilding, the Arnold Classic is next month. I'll be doing a full video talking about who's competing and how I think everything's going to shake out. So you definitely want to stay tuned for that. And then probably the biggest event of the month is going to be on February 22nd, the rematch between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury for the heavyweight championship in boxing. I'll be doing a video talking about that as well leading up to that match. It ought to be really, really exciting. So that's about it for the world of sports and a little bit on life. I'm going to go get warmed up and go hit up this workout. And if I've got time afterwards, I'm going to try to do a little post-workout wrap-up, talk about my new training split and new dieting strategy, and get on with this day. So it's time to go hit it. Hope everybody's having a great Thursday, and stay all strong.